Showing your prize animal at the state fair is about to be a little more expensive. Fair leaders say entry fees for livestock shows don't begin to cover the money they pay out in premiums, but those fees also fall short of paying for bedding in the barns, and they say that cost has gone up dramatically. Even with a fee increase, Fair Board members say it still doesn't cover their expense.
That's only going to be covering about a third of our cost. Not saying we're going to go up another in the long term, but we just need to kind of help to keep our barns nice, clean, and what we got going on.
So they're going to add a $15 fee per head on beef and dairy cattle and $5 a head on sheep, goats, and swine. They're also adding a few dollars per head to cover drug testing of animals. Fair leaders say drug testing ensures no livestock have an unfair advantage. Here's a college internship that might excite some farm kids. No shirt and tie required. Instead, working on the feed yard. We honor David McDonald here in Phillips as our Farm Youth of the Month. Feeding cattle in freezing rain. It's not an easy life, but it's what David McDonald has a passion for.
I'm 22 years old, and that's all I've been exposed to.
His parents, John and Susan, run a small feedlot near Phillips in Hamilton County. With David's plan to come back home, they encouraged him to do what many college kids do, go off into the world and complete an internship. Only his wasn't in an office, but at the Dar feedlot near Cozad.
My whole intent with this internship was to gain a grasp on what others do and build relationships in the industry.
And as David recently crossed paths with industry leaders at the Nebraska Cattlemen Convention, he says the networking has been valuable. As he says, managing cattle can be the easy part.
Management is something you have to really take time with people. I mean, it takes a lot of work to keep people happy and build those relationships as well.
His boss from the internship says David worked hard and still made time for church on Sunday morning.
David is exceptional. I hope that my young men grow up to be just like him. He's got great work ethic, and he's definitely a young man that's got a lot of talent.
The University of Nebraska Feed Yard Management Internship attracts kids from several states.
Cattle feeding as a whole is pretty simple, but it's the little things that make the difference.
He graduated from Doane College, where he studied business and played basketball. The internship meant more classroom time, understanding animal health and nutrition, and building on his passion for the beef industry.
I want to continue to do that.
And that's going to do it for this episode of Grow. In the coming weeks, we're going to have a look back at the top stories in Nebraska agriculture. We wish you a very Merry Christmas and a safe and prosperous 2017.